sometimes if you stick around, you'll learn something. And so I learned something from Emma by Jane Austen, because it was my friend Eve, who recently passed away unexpectedly, who got me into reading Jane Austen. And I was a little late to the game, I'm ashamed to say, but I am so glad that I discovered her. As Jane Austen said of herself, she carves her words in ivory. And it's a really great description of the way she writes. Yes, it's this social class English stuff, but she puts these turns of phrases in that sometimes just completely encapsulate people, sometimes completely eviscerates them, just has this insight into a way to use a phrase to completely open up a vista of thinking. I mean, she's a genius. There's a reason that she is so famous. And so I've read 4 or 5 of her books already and was just blown away. And so for my little family book club with my sister and my dad, I suggested reading Emma in honor of Eve's passing. And it was a little bit tough because this one is about a young girl who is a bit on the foolish side. She's like we all were at that age. And I felt a little bit ashamed in front of my parents. I'm like, this just seems like a girl obsessed with class and being rather silly and not being kind to her friends because of outlooks on life that don't make any sense. And I was almost ready to give up. And I looked online just to read some reviews and seeing how some people said this is perhaps Jane Austen's greatest novel. And I'm like, where is this coming from? And finally I got deeper into the book, and more than that, I listened to my sister and to my dad, who were talking about how much Emma's learning and how much she's transforming over the course of the book. And then I started to really pick up on it. Then I caught up to them, and the last 100 pages really got to see it. And what's amazing about this book is how much I identified with it. The reason I was uncomfortable reading Emma was because I was that young and stupid. In fact, I was stupider. And so to see her throughout the course of this novel get wiser throughout a fairly short period of time was gratifying. It made me realize that I myself could get wiser. And so it was a reason that I really enjoyed this book. It also shows what an amazing artist Jane Austen is. Most of the books I've read by her are her writing about very smart women of society who see what's going on and show it how it is. And that's who she was. You can write yourself. It's easier perhaps to write yourself. But it really takes a master to write as you were 20 or 30 years ago and put across what it's like to be young and to be learning things. So that's why I think that Emma is worth reading by anybody, and it's one where you can learn something.